Hello everyone, it's the narrator. Today I'm going to be doing Season 1, Episode 7, The Great Mother Wolf. Long ago, the lands of snow and ice were roamed by massive wolf packs. They controlled the land and held secrets that no one would discover. They were guided by the Great Mother Wolf, the mother of the winter. It was said that she gave birth to the winter itself. But of course that was not true. Winter was as old as the world. She watched over the land and made sure it was protected. Eventually, the wolves disappeared due to humans and due to other reasons. Wolves still roam the Frost Kingdom, but not in the capacity they had once ruled. Mostly they stayed away from humans. However, some had been tamed by the ancient Frost tribes and transformed into white and gray dogs. The Great Mother Wolf, as she was named, disappeared and no longer roamed the land. However, people did claim to have seen a giant wolf roaming the land. Sometimes people would claim to have been saved by the giant wolf. But how could that be? It was just a wolf, and no one had ever officially documented it or confirmed it. Answers could be found eventually. Dirk stumbled back as the giant wolf closed in. He closed his eyes as he prepared to be swallowed or chewed. It never came. Instead, the wolf licked him. Dirk scrambled away, confused. "Relax. I won't hurt you," the wolf said in a feminine voice. It was a girl wolf. Was the wolf talking? "How can you talk?" Dirk asked. The wolf looked up at him, did not open her mouth, and instead looked into his eyes and said, "I can talk to you because I am ancient, and learned how to talk human a long time ago. And I am so old, I know how to talk without talking," she said. "Who are you?" Dirk asked. "I am a wolf," she said. "You are a pup," she continued. "I'm no pup, I'm a human," he said with defiance. "Why are you out here alone?" she asked. "I felt someone calling me," Dirk said. "It was me who called, and I did so for an important reason. However, I did not expect you to come that close to death," she said. "How did I not die?" Dirk asked. "I saved you." "I oftentimes save people who are on the brink of death, because it is my job," she said. "Good doggy," Dirk mocked her. She growled a bit and showed her teeth. "Do not mock me or face my wrath," she said angrily. Dirk walked up to her and petted her on the head. "I know you wouldn't do it," he said, feeling that she wouldn't do it. "You're right, I wouldn't. And that petting actually does feel good. But nevertheless, you shouldn't anger an elder creature. Which is why I called you," she said. "I have heard that a war has started, and furthermore, I must warn you. An elder creature named Nuc, a chaos demon to be precise, is growing stronger. He feeds off darkness, and he feeds off the war. More to the point, if the Dark Empire wins the war, he will break free of his ancient prison and unleash an era of darkness upon the world." "What is Nuc exactly?" Dirk asked, now serious. "He might be what you could consider a ghost, or even a spirit of some kind. Perhaps a deity," she said. "Are you a deity?" Dirk asked. "No, I'm just a very old and powerful creature, but I suppose I could be considered one," she said thoughtfully. "I am telling you that you need to find a way to win this war. At whatever cost, you must defeat the Dark Empire, because if they succeed in taking over the world, then Nuc will have all the power, and he will reign chaos across the globe." I know of one other way to defeat him, but that would be a last resort, she said. Do you know Lucy? Dirk asked. I know of him. I've heard from other ancient beings thousands of years ago about him. They feared him, but I was only a pup compared to him. He is a very old creature, only being compared to the phoenix or the living iceberg. Only they could know his origin, she said. And why can you not defeat this creature? Dirk asked. For one, I do not participate in war. For another, I help the desperate and give them new meaning. And his growing influence has bound me here. And until his influence is broken, I cannot leave these frostlands. I would wish to see the world once again like I used to, she said sadly. She touched her nose to him, and he understood. The information flowed into him, and he understood that now he had to fight. Not for himself or his people, but for all people, even in the Dark Nation. Climb up on my back, she said, crouching to let him climb onto her. I'll take you home, Dirk. How do you know my name? I knew it from the beginning. Every person from the Frostlands is my child, as is every animal, plant, and lesser creature. I am the great mother wolf, and everything is my child and there for me to protect, she said, her eyes glowing white, and her voice booming, making her feel powerful, and showing Dirk that she was strong. She carried him She carried him home through the snow, and he witnessed small wolves pop up from the snow and appeared to nod to the she-wolf. Finally, he was back home, and she said, Go now. Help the world. If you ever need me to aid you, I will be there, at least in the Frostlands. Then she said goodbye. Goodbye, Loba. We will meet again, Dirk said. Dirk came back into the palace to see that the sun was just coming out. He had been purified from the cold by the wolf. He suffered no injuries from the cold, although he was still tired. He fell into bed and was about to fall asleep when Dia came into the room and said, Time to get up. We have to discuss the war situation. Dirk groaned at her, and she shut the door and walked away, not wanting to deal with that. Now Dia waited in the conference room, waiting with her chief scribe, but she was growing impatient as Dirk did not appear. She didn't want to have to deal with the elders or with Dirk, but if she had to choose one, she could probably wrangle Dirk out of his room. She went to go and drag him out. She knocked on the door, and he appeared, fully dressed and awake. It's about time you got up, Dia said, a bit annoyed. Well, it's about time we get to business, and I have decided to sign in favor for the war, Dirk said. Well, what finally got you to change your mind, Dia asked. A giant wolf, Dirk said. Oh, you met the mother wolf? Dia asked. How do you know her? Dirk asked. I've always known, she said, not telling any more. Well, anyway, she told me that an elder creature named Lucy is using the war to grow stronger, Dirk said. And we need to stop him. Yes. So it's not just about... And we need to stop him, Dia said. Yes, so it's not just about us, it's about the cost of the world. They sat down at the table where the scribe was writing. A paper laid there declaring an informal war that was not to be released to the outside world in order to take the advantage. Both the siblings signed in favor for a defensive war and immediately began constructing new ships as well as the defenses on the beaches and along the Great Wall. In the city, apparently rumors of a war had started to appear somehow. And so that would be a situation to take care of in itself. And now that Dirk was awake, he might as well get to work, as they would need the weeks of preparation. It had been now 3 weeks since the declaration of war by the Dark Empire. It was still the beginning of summer, so no need to panic yet. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you all enjoyed. There will be more to come, of course. In fact, as we speak, I have finished writing the entire first season, and I've started writing the second season. There will be 20 episodes in the first season, so I'm going to release an episode every Friday or Saturday, depending on my schedule. But those are the days, to look out for a new episode. And so we should be wrapping up the season in early June. Yeah, early June or so. And then I'd probably pick up the second season either late summer or maybe even fall. I don't know. It depends. I might just, start posting immediately after I end the first season, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, next episode will be Season 1, Episode 8, Invasion of the Dragon Empire. So, that will be a fun episode. Well, I don't know, because it's been a while since I wrote that. So, I'll be taking an adventure as well as you. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week.